Well, to tell you the truth, I should not make this video because I have other pressing concerns than watches. Let me tell you guys something, man. Uh, I have a blood pressure device because I had a little bit of elevated blood pressure. Hadn't taken my blood pressure since June of 2023. I got it down to normal. Normal's 120 over 80. And then I quit taking it. I got complacent. And then last week I started, I better check it out. And it was elevated. It was 140 over 90, which is too high. And just to let you guys know, I'm a coffee drinker. I've been drinking coffee since 2002. And I really shouldn't make this video. And my family's gone. It's girls' night out. My wife and daughters are with their friend and her daughter. They're in Mammoth during a snowstorm. I've been talking to them. They're okay. And yesterday I had the leftover coffee from breakfast, and I put it in the refrigerator so I'd have some iced coffee. And I had a panic attack after I had the coffee, anxiety attack. And I took my blood pressure, and it was terrible. It was like, I thought I was going to have to go to the hospital. It was like 160 over 100. It was ridiculous. And I kept taking it. It was slowly going down. And I started thinking, man, I think there's a caffeine connection here with your blood pressure. And maybe when I got it down to normal in June, maybe I just had, at that age, maybe I just had more tolerance. Maybe as I get older, maybe I'm getting less tolerant to caffeine. So anyways, last night I was really relaxed. I felt relaxed. I played some piano, and I took my blood pressure, and it was normal. It was 120 over 80. And so I mean, for sure, I'm never drinking coffee in the afternoon again. That's guaranteed. I have clarity on that matter. Regarding morning coffee, I don't know. I mean, I can't have elevated blood pressure all day and wait for the caffeine to get out of my system and then finally have normal blood pressure. You know, I lost my mother to kidney disease in 2020. It was awful. I had to say goodbye to my mom during the pandemic through a window at a nursing home. And I'm very sensitive to kidney disease. I lost my mom to kidney disease, and she and I had a talk before she died about, you don't want to go on a dialysis machine. And so if coffee is the culprit, man, I'm not messing with my kidneys. Dialysis is one of my biggest fears. And so I really shouldn't make this video. But I guess I'm going to make it because, well, it's interesting. I have some herbal tea right here. Herbal tea, caffeine free. Yeah, delicious, McMahon. I can't even, I'm afraid to drink it. I might cough. But yeah, like I got time to cough and restart this video. Yeah. So my brother says, I called my brother this morning. He's hanging out in Laguna Beach with his buddy Brian. My brother Brian is hanging out with his high school friend Brian in Laguna Beach. They're watching football. I don't watch football anymore. Long story. But so they're hanging out. I called my brother. And I told him the story about the caffeine and the blood pressure and my panic attack and how it's back to normal. Drinking caffeine-free tea. Yeah. I don't mess with my kidneys, man, my organs. So I called him, and he was concerned. He goes, all right, Jeff, just hold your horses, bro. You love coffee. Maybe you don't have to give it up. Just use less coffee and drink a little bit less. Let's see what happens, man. Okay, I know. So what continued in the conversation is going to be the first of one of my 10 watch goals for 2024. I had a talk with my brother. Now, I'm wearing a Seiko. This is well, you can call this the SPB 147. Now, I looked at the watch box that this is in, and it says SBDC 105, so different model numbers depending. It's the Gilt 62 Moss, and I have it back on the original strap. Had it on the original Tropic for a while. I don't know. I kind of like it on the original Seiko strap with the fat spring bars. I don't know. Anyways, So I called my brother and I said, Brian, I got to be honest with you. 8 months ago I gave you the SBDC 147. You love it. You wear it every day. You're wearing it right now as you drive your Toyota Crown with your buddy Brian throughout Laguna Beach. And I have to tell you, I sold my Citizen ProMaster Titanium and I rebought the 147. Forgive me. I promise, Brian, I'll never wear this when you're with me so we won't be matchy-matchy. And he laughed. He goes, don't worry, bro. Man, I don't give a rat's out of an oil gland if you rebought that. And you can wear it whenever you want. So I was honest. And that brings me to my first watch goal for 2024. I'm not going to have any secrets about my watch hobby. I'm not going to keep secrets from my loved ones, my friends. I'm going to be honest. I don't want to have my watch world to be a secret life. I don't want to be ashamed. I don't want to do anything that I'll be ashamed of. So I feel a lot better. Probably good for my blood pressure too, to be honest with my brother. I told him, dude, I decided to get rid of my giant 40, I don't know what it is, 48 millimeter Citizen. It's an automatic. And so I had bought this a while back, actually. It's been a couple months now. But anyways, I just didn't want to hide it from him, man. So I feel better. I'm being honest. And that brings me to my second goal, watch goal for 2024. I'm going to try not to lose my mind as I go through my watch hobby. I'm not trying to be funny here. What do I mean, not lose my mind? Well, let me just share something with you. Maybe you can relate, maybe you can't. For me, watches are beautiful. They are so beautiful that for me, they're like a drug, and I can't stop looking at them. And when something is that potent, it debilitates me. I remember I was 17 in 1979, and there was this movie called 10, starring Bo Derek. I mean, I lost my mind, man. I think my GPA went down, and all my teachers didn't know what happened to me. Well, I mean, Bo Derek is what happened. I mean, she was so beautiful. I just didn't think I could go on my life anymore. Beauty debilitates me. It's a drug. It intoxicates me. It's Alice in Wonderland going down the rabbit hole. Speaking of losing your mind and beauty, I've heard people say that, this is interesting, from a dude who lives in Los Angeles. I've heard people say that when you go to Miami, if you move to Miami, you lose your mind. The people are too beautiful. Yes, things can be too beautiful. Things can be too potent. Not just beautiful, just too pleasurable. I mean, coffee, I think, made me lose my mind. I'm going to have to rethink that. Carrot cake. Oh my God. One bite of carrot cake and I lose my mind, man. I got to watch that. I only eat that like 3 times a year. So I'm going to try not to lose my mind in 2024. I know it sounds flippant, glib. I'm actually being quite serious about it. Let's see. My third goal for 2024. Let's see, no secrets. Try not to lose my mind. I'm going to be realistic about my minimalist watch goals. I know I like having a small collection, but I'm not going to lie to you, man. I have 3 watches on my wish list right now. And one is a Citizen ProMaster GMT automatic. It's not even released yet. It looks good. I think it's called the ProMaster Sky. I talked about it a couple of videos ago. Ooh, it's on my wish list. It's 44. It's 44 millimeters. It looks to be made of the same build quality as a Citizen I should have kept 8 years ago. It was the Citizen Grand Touring. I had both versions of the Grand Touring. Now I have neither. Yeah. And then there's a couple of Echozillas that I like. I like the Hulk. I've been trying not to like the Hulk for the last year and a half or so. And then there's the Godzilla. I noticed Sakura, he has it on pre-sale, and about 4 days ago it was pre-sale for $395. Notice it's like $475 now. He's like, let me rethink this. He must be getting a lot of deposits, a lot of pre-orders for that thing. So I mean, the thing is, man, I know what I like with watches, but I shouldn't deny myself some diversity. Let me give you an analogy. My favorite wine My wife will tell you, I only drink about a glass of wine a week. Wine makes me sleepy. I mean, if I drink wine, I'll just go to bed. You would think a big dude like me, 6'2", 230, would assimilate wine better, but I don't know. But anyways, I like red vine Zinfandel, but that's not going to be the only thing I drink. I want to drink some Petit Syrah, some Cabernet, and I'm going to add some Petit Syrah and Cabernet to my watch collection in 2024. I think so. Oh, this is hilarious. I can't believe this. Watch objective number 4. I'm not going to engage in watch dysmorphia, whereby I feel like my collection is inferior because I compare my collection to other people. Let me give you an example. So social media, they know me somehow. They know that I was a workout dude, a bodybuilder dude in the 70s. How do I know this? Because in my social media feeds, there are bodybuilders from the 70s. Arnold, of course, one of the greatest bodybuilders ever. Serge Nubret, Mike Mentzner, Tom Platz, Frank Zane, Robbie Robinson, Dave Draper. They know. They just somehow know. And I love that stuff. I love the 70s. And forgive me, you think I'm crazy with watches? I live in the 70s in my heart. I love the music, the smell of the suntan lotion, just being young again. I'm still in the 70s. I can't get out. Someone release me. I'm in a 70s prison. Man, I love the 70s. Oh boy, if I could, I would be dangerous. If I went back to the 70s, I would be dangerous, knowing now what I know and who I was back then. Anyways, Arnold, in a lot of these photos, and he's at the gym. Speaking of watch dysmorphia, I love you, Arnold. Arnold is wearing a Panerai to the gym. Okay. Wrap your brain around that for a second. His gym beater is a Panerai Luminor. Okay, so how can I, climb the ladder of my my watch hobby when I know that Arnold's gym beater is better than my highest holy grail? I mean, come on, man. You can't compare your body to Arnold because he was the dude, he was the king. You can't even compare your watch collection to his. The dude is rocking a Panerai to the gym. I don't go to the gym anymore. I was thinking after seeing Arnold wearing that Panerai, what would I wear to the gym? Probably a G-Shock Rangeman. But I don't even know how to set G-Shocks. I tried. I must be dumb because I've this module. Okay, dude, I only have so much time. And then Rafi at Watch City says when there's daylight savings, like his traffic multiplies because people can't set daylight savings on their G-Shock, so they come in. It's better for him. He makes more watch sales, battery changes and everything else. So I'm not going to compare. I'm not going to compare stuff. That's not good. And that brings me to 5. How am I going to avoid watch dysmorphia? I'm going to be grateful for being able to have the economic situation to be in the hobby at all. I mean, I'm getting my cue from the ID guy. The ID guy is one of my favorite watch YouTubers. He says we should, for those of us who are in this hobby, we should be grateful. I mean, this is not the cheapest hobby around. It's not like those underground ant tunnels that you used to get when you were a kid. This costs some dough, man. It doesn't matter if you're buying a Panerai beater watches for the gym or not, man. This thing costs money. So I'm going to try to be grateful. I don't want to buy any watches because they're so cheap. Have you ever looked at a really nice watch and you go, that's really more affordable than it should be? I really need to buy, this is an opportunity I can't pass by. Those don't end well. I'm not going to do that. I swear to God. Well, can I be honest with you? The Citizen ProMaster GMT, which is not out yet, it's probably going to be out in the next month or so. It's about $700. I'm looking at it. It looks too cheap. It looks like a $2,000, $3,000 watch. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't buy it. Am I allowed to buy a watch that has the build quality of a $3,000 watch for $700? Is that going to work out? I don't know. Now I'm agnostic on the situation. Let me rethink that. Ooh, that's tough. So I don't know. Oh, this is big. Okay. No SOTC shaming. State of the watch collection. State of the watch collection. No state of the watch collection. If someone, a lot of people did their state of the watch collections. Let's write that down. State of the watch collection. SOTWC. Come on, McMahon. How's your blood pressure? I don't know. Yeah. Okay. I've never done this before, and I never will. And I'm not doing it in 2024. I've never went on a YouTuber's channel while he was doing his state of the watch collection, and then threw my little 2 cents in, like, how come you don't have this watch? That watch is ugly. That's rude, man. I will not do that. I'm not doing it. I've never done it before, and I'm not doing it in 2024. Don't do it to me. You might not like my watch collection. I don't know. Oh my God. Here's another one, another goal. No Instagram shaming. You know, you get about 5 Instagram friends a day because, you know, the watch community is growing. It's a growing commodity. And, you know, sometimes curiously you go, who is this watch person who's befriended me? Let's look. And sometimes you look and they've got all these really beautiful $10,000 watches. You go, wow, I'm flattered. Such and such person who has these grand Seikos and Rolexes and Panerais is my friend. Ha ha ha. And then sometimes you look and the person has a bunch of Seiko 5s and such things, and you go, I'm not sure I can deal with this proletariat situation. Ha ha ha. Yeah, drink your tea, McMahon. No Instagram shaming for 2024. This is brutal. Okay, this is big. For 2024, I'm not going to DM any of you for advice. Should I get this? Should I get that? I'm not going to bug you, man. It's my problem. I'm not going to make my problem your problem. This is just me. I'm going to keep you out of it. I've done that before. Variations of that. I'm not doing it in 2024. It's not happening. All right. My last watch objective for 2024. Okay. Love the hobby. The hobby is very potent. Drives me nuts. There's just too much beauty. I see the beauty in watches so much. I can't even write at my computer. Sometimes I'll just stare. Oh, look at the light. Oh my God, the light. Ooh, yeah. I lose my mind. So I'm not going to let my watch hobby distract me from more urgent concerns, more urgent priorities. To tell you the truth, I'm really eager to get my little caffeine crisis resolved more than any watch scenario right now. For all I know, the next time you see me on one of these video things, I might be done with coffee. I might be on tea. I might be on 0 caffeine. I don't know what it is. Right now, I know I'm off afternoon caffeine. I'm going to take my blood pressure in about an hour, around 3:30. I'm going to see, where I'm at. And if it's normal, great. But I'll tell you what, man, if it takes all day for me to get caffeine out of my system before my blood pressure goes down, I'm off it, man. I don't mess with my blood pressure. Long-term blood pressure is bad for your organs. What is this, a public service announcement, McMahon? Yes, it is a public service announcement. I told you, even though I wasn't supposed to make this video, at least there would be some value, hidden gem inside it. Ladies and gentlemen, have you sat down and written down your watch goals for 2024? How's your coffee situation? How's your blood pressure situation? I don't know, man. Let me know what you think. I hope to have this resolved next time I see you guys. Until next time, I'm out.